Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to analyze the crypto asset price performance. None of the content is financial advice. Over the last 24 hours, H bar rallied the most by about 10%, Injective about 8.2%, and the third spot was Sui at around 7%. But if you look at the last 7 days, there are different cryptos which are rallying at different places of the market cycle and the timeline. The fourth spot over the last 24 hours was taken by the Bitcoin Cash, which took the second spot on the last 7 days. Whereas over the last 7 days, Maker rallied the most by about 14%. The third spot was again taken by Sui. So mentioned in the 24 hours as well as on the 7 days. The last 30 days, that is 1 month, H bar rallied the most by about 94%. It has taken a breather in the last 24 hours and in the last 7 days as well. H bar again over here at up by about 5% over the last 7 days. XLM took the third spot over the last 30 days, up by about 84%. Tezos took the third spot over the last 30 days at around 67%. RV took the fourth spot over here. Algorand and its token Algo took the fifth spot. Over the last 90 days, the trend has been clear. It's Ethereum's time to shine per the last 90 days performance metric. Ethereum outperforming every altcoin over the last 90 days, at least the major ones, up by about 111% over the last 90 days. Excluding the meme coin and the newly released coins, which have not had a meaningful presence in terms of the timing in the market, the presence in the market. The second spot over the last 90 days, Uniswap, the DeFi token on ETH. The third spot taken by Bitcoin Cash. So all in all, if you were to look for a crypto of the day as a average of the performance over the last 4 key period, that is a 24 hours, 7 day, 30 day and 90 day, the crypto of the day is Ether, which we are going to analyze in depth in this video. Again, not financial advice. So the performance for ETH is up by 2.5%, 1.5% over the last 7 days, 57% over the last 30 days, 111 or almost 112%, little over 2x over the last 90 days. Overall score again as a weighted average up about 43%. ETH right now comes at around a key level at $3,800. The price is trying to rally back to the 4K level like it did almost 3 times in 2024. First in early March, then late May, and then the last time in mid-December of 2024. Since that time, ETH did revisit its 2023 lows to that $1,500 level, broke down slightly. Now it came back up and has rallied above the ascending green line, which is essentially the support since the June 2022 drop, flipped into a crash from that point till from late February 2025 when the price came crashing down, tested this 2023 late 2023 quarter 2023 crash as or the lows as support in 2025, and then came back up, rallied up to the ascending green line to that $3,000 level in mid-June of 2025. Now the price is attempting to go as high as that 0.786 from the Fibonacci levels drawn from the 2021 peak to 2022 lows of about $850. The peak, the all-time high for ETH is at around $4,900. Now almost $1,000 shy of the 2021 all-time high. You can see still the price in terms of, if you were to look it at in terms of the ETH BTC ratio, that is the amount of Bitcoin available for one ETH. This is in fractions. That's because Bitcoin's price right now is at around 118k. ETH is at around $3,800. So a fraction of Bitcoin, almost 0.032 BTC per ETH. If you take and divide this by 1, you would find these things in whole numbers. So number of ETH available for one Bitcoin. This is the number. At one point, almost 56 ETH were available for one Bitcoin. Now it's around 31 ETH per Bitcoin. If you were to take a conservative estimate, where this, if let's say Bitcoin has a chance of outperforming ETH when the market cycle is over, that means in the mania phases of the bull run, if let's try to come up with some sort of a ranging or trailing valuation on this one. Let's say come late 2025 over here, if let's say the valuation were to find a macro peak, that is the amount of ETH per BTC goes to, let's say 22 or somewhere between 20 ETH per BTC to 22 ETH per BTC, that would be considered a great time for ETH against its Bitcoin pair. And let's say that coincides, that 2022 ETH per BTC coincides with Bitcoin's peak. Again, ETH usually rallies only after Bitcoin has made a major move and that move has came to a halt. So for example, ETH started outperforming Bitcoin since about 22nd April 2025. If you go back to Bitcoin chart and look at the price action since April 22nd, you would find that Bitcoin broke out of this resistance level in April, on the same day of April 2025, proving that there is further upside for Bitcoin. Back then the price of Bitcoin was at around 95k. As Bitcoin started rallying a lot, and that's only after that rally was behind us, that's when ETH BTC started to do some good on that pair, and also ETH USD started to rally after Bitcoin started to rally. Going back to ETH BTC chart on this analysis, and then 1 over ETH BTC. Apologies for that. So as to identify in terms of Wolfram Alpha based valuation for ETH BTC for this particular pair, you can see ETH BTC 1 over ETH BTC. This is not that insightful compared to ETH BTC in terms of major moves. This time around, after this Fibonacci level retracement was drawn, ETH did underperform BTC per the Fibonacci level expectations drawn from the 2021 so late 2020 valuation. That means the number of ETH available for one Bitcoin peaked in 2019. Again, you could make a similar story if you analyze ETH BTC pair. In 2019, the lows on this pair were much lower than today, but came really close to that level. So coming back to the ETH BTC analysis, let's say Bitcoin peaks, we will do some what if analysis. If let's say Bitcoin peaks at around 150k, and if you assume that at that time ETH BTC pair, BTC ETH pair were to bottom at around 22 ETH per BTC, the price of ETH on its USD pair could be at around $6,900. So that's one realistic scenario if Bitcoin were to go to 150k and then ETH were to go to ETH BTC were to go to that 22 ETH per BTC. ETH USD could be somewhere close to that $7,000. On the other hand, if the what if analysis, Bitcoin peaks at around 180k this cycle, slightly more bullish outlook, but not too outlandish. In that scenario, price of ETH could be somewhere between 8,100 and 8,200 per this analysis. Going to Bitcoin's realistic price forecast without a euphoria in the market in the next 6 months, if there is a 1 standard deviation rally ahead of us, the price of Bitcoin per this machine learning model could peak between $124 for this week, and as we go further out into December, close to 180k. So a price forecast to around 180, 185k is considered a realistic machine learning based price forecast. Again, not financial advice. If the market were to stay bullish over the next 6 months, I would imagine ETH, if Bitcoin goes to 1 standard deviation rallies, ETH could easily go to a 2 standard deviation rally. First, a 1 standard deviation case for ETH could be forecasted between $4,000 and $5,900, almost $6,000, between $4,000 and $6,000. Going to the 2 standard deviation case for ETH, that is the Euphoria case for ETH in the next 6 months, is forecasted between $4,300, that is for this week ceiling, and as close to that December is close to that $8,300. So that's confluent with the ETH BTC pair based analysis and outlook as well. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you.